Hey, YouTube family, how you doing? This is Rhonda with Rhonda Loves Life. Thanks for joining me. All right, guys, I've got my hot coffee here tonight because, as you know, I've got probably 2 hours of work to do. And you know what? Hold on one second, because I have this water that's been sitting here on my desk all day, and I just pulled out a fresh bottle. Give me 1 second here. Yes, I can't put the because I don't want to get in trouble with advertising. Fresh bottle of cold water. Important to have when you're doing a lot of talking. My throat gets dry. Roxanne, hello. Welcome. Happy Friday. I am feeling good today. I feel like I am on a great track. I'm feeling good. There's a lot going on in these social media streets. Tonight, we're going to get right into it. We're going to talk about, I really want us to discuss Michelle Obama. Really. I think she depressed y'all. I really do. And then she did say that she's going to therapy. You know, she lost her mother. I wonder if something is really going on with her and President Obama. So we're going to get into that. Who else are we going? Oh, Prince Harry. I found that video. Remember yesterday I mentioned that there was a behavioral expert. He was on Kinsey Schofield, and he put together a montage of Prince Harry's interview that he did with the BBC. Prince Harry licked his lips over 150 times. So I got that video. We got to watch that one. And then also we got to discuss the Democratic Party. Who are the surrogates and who are viable candidates? And is it too early? Now, Scott Galloway, Professor G, who I love to listen to, he says he thinks that a Democratic candidate should really step up now. And at least, and that's hard to do considering that, you know, they got to go through a primary and all that though, right? So they got to go through the Democratic Party. Yeah, the delegates, they have to get all the delegates and all that. They have to go through a convention, all of that stuff. So we're going to talk about that. And I really want to get into who are the surrogates. And you know, there's a lot of players. You got AOC and Bernie with their large crowds. Then you've got Hakeem Jeffries, sitting on the steps of the Capitol. And then you've got Cory Booker, we spoke yesterday, that he stood up for 24 hours. Who else? I don't think Jasmine Crockett is trying to run for president. But we're going to get into that. So let's get to it and more. If you guys want to talk about something else. Happy Friday, Roxanne. Hello. Oh, you're cooking. Roxanne, what you cooking, girl? Let me know what you're cooking. Good. I want to know. I bet it's something good, too. You know what I made today? I made chicken soup. I made chicken soup today because it's like today, tomorrow, and Sunday, I'm going to do this sort of fast where it's no carbs. I mean, very little carbs. I can't eat a lot of carbs anyways because I'm type 2 diabetes, but I got to see my primary care in a couple of weeks and hopefully, but you guys, I know my weight ticked up a little bit. So anyways, I'm like, I want to use this weekend to recalibrate. And then I see my trainer on Saturday. So I'll have like my protein shake for breakfast. And then, so basically this weekend's going to be kind of a recalibration for me so I can go and get these last 30 pounds off. It's time. Because before I hit it back to France, I'd like to be close to my ideal weight. So we're going to see. So yes, it's a beautiful day. Roxanne, pasta, huh? Oh, okay. I can't have pasta. I can eat pasta all day. I can eat pasta and bread and rice and desserts. That's probably why I've gained so much weight in the first place. It doesn't help with the age. So let's see who we're going to talk. Liz, and wine too, huh? Oh, you like red wine, white wine? That is cool. All right, guys, let's get into Michelle Obama first. She is on my mind. She's on my mind, y'all, for real. But let me do a quick intro first with Michelle. Okay, now she wrote a book a couple of years ago. And she talked about how she's been saying how she could not stand Obama for 10 years, the president. I'm like, okay, Michelle, okay, your book, okay, I get it. But it was like, to me, it's like you guys are in a long-term marriage. I don't see you two divorcing. But I don't know. I don't see that. And I know I was watching Megyn Kelly, and then who's the new the girl, the blonde lady that's been on there, and now oh my God, they're laughing and talking about Michelle Obama because Michelle says she's transitioning, and I'm like, Michelle is not a dude, y'all, but okay. It's just, listen, it is treacherous out here in these the social media streets. It is what it is. I mean, everybody gets a voice and say what the hell they want to say. So it is what it is. You don't have to like it. You just, maybe I'm sure, I would hope that she's not listening to him. But they were talking about Michelle, and I thought about it. I said, they were playing clips like she was complaining about the White House, living there 8 years and all that. And I just saw an interview, and we'll watch that. And she's bringing it up again, how she's just not, it seems to me like she's got some animosity for real. I picked that up. So I don't know what's going on in Barack and Michelle's marriage, but as you guys know, those of you that's been married for many years, relationships up and down, ebbs and flows, you love for each other. You just, but they are committed. I find Megyn Kelly funny considering that Don Lemon said that Megyn Kelly's husband was eyeing his husband. So Megyn Kelly, it can go both ways, girlfriend. I mean, stop. Just be careful. I'm just saying this. You're getting clicks and views. It's okay. But, Don Lemon did say that your husband was googly eyeing his husband. Because, Don Lemon is married to a man. So he said that Megyn Kelly's husband, he was, Googling at Don Lemon's husband. So Megyn Kelly, is your husband bisexual, or is he down low? What's going on? So, I mean, it is what it is, but I'm just saying, you start talking about other people's husbands and all that, you don't know what your husband's doing. So let's be careful on that, Megyn Kelly. But as far as Michelle Obama, I sense there is really something going on. I think, maybe she's depressed because her mom did pass away last year sometime. And that's tragic. And she does admit that she's going to therapy. So let's watch the video and let's get into it. Let's watch the video and let's get into it. Hold on one second. I want to share the screen. I'm getting better at this. I tried to prepare the screens before I started, signed on. I tried to set everything up so it can run a bit smoother this time. So let's see what we got. So let's watch Miss Michelle. Hold on.
I fully believe in that. I believe in couples.
Wait, what happened? Uh-oh. Why did it? Hold on one second. Where did it go out?
Therapy. I believe in it all. Believe in that. I fully believe in that. I believe in couples therapy. I believe in it all. Whatever works for you. And at this, phase of my life, I'm in therapy right now because I'm transitioning. I'm 60 years old. I've finished a really hard thing in my life with my family intact. I'm an empty nester. My girls are in, they've been launched. And now for the first time, as I've said before, every choice that I'm making is completely mine.
Okay. She says every choice she's making is hers, Miss Michelle Obama. What do you guys think? Uh-oh. Hold on one second. Why did it do that? All right, here we go. So what do you guys think about that? Miss Michelle Obama. What do you think? I I think she going through something, y'all. What do you think? I really do. I think Michelle Obama is, she says she's going to therapy, which is good. I believe in therapy. I think what if you're going, but I'm not sure if I want to, and let's put these two up because I want to see them in happier times. Hold on. Hold on one. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see what else she's saying about mothers. Well, let's stay on topic. I hold on one second. I hope she's okay. All right. I do. I really do. And the fact that she is, sharing a lot about her her feelings and what's going on. I just don't think social media is the right way to do it. I really don't. I don't think so. Because I think that what you're doing, that if you're married and they've been married a long time, I think that you got to keep some privacy, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. What do you really think? What you guys think? People Magazine here. Let me share this one. Here's a good one. People Magazine also talking about Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama says she's in therapy for transitioning into her next phase of life. And Megyn Kelly and them were laughing, saying, she's transitioning. And it's like, woo, Lordy. I hope Michelle's not reading that. They just mad because you, I don't know. I just don't like her. I just don't think it'll help sharing your business out here for public consumption, especially when it's your marriage, a long-term marriage that should be whatever, or your feelings. Because Michelle, she has a lot of people that really don't like her. You know that. A lot, I like Michelle Obama. I like her a lot. I didn't agree with them going out and telling and Obama going and saying you ain't black if you don't vote for Kamala. I didn't like that. I don't like the identity politics, and it's no secret, guys. You know how I feel about that. But Michelle, I think she's seriously going through something. I mean, it's just like over. She is just like she can't hold it in. And I think that, and you don't hear Obama say a peep, nothing. Obama says nothing, y'all. Hold on. Ooh, this coffee is good. It's just instant coffee today because I wanted to get on video. I had like 2 minutes to make it. And then I got some of that Chobani creamer, vanilla creamer in here. And it's so good, y'all. Look. See how it's frothy at top? It's really, really good. I don't know. I think that she's going through something. I feel bad for her. And I pray that for her family. Now, what's interesting to me, though, guys, is Michelle is rich. That's why I think it's more than her mama. And Michelle is super strong, tough, but maybe not so much. And she needs that therapy. So, and her daughters are, because my kids are empty nesters and I'm not depressed, although it was hard, but her kids are older than mine. I mean, you would have thought she had gotten through it, you know what I mean? Like she would have worked through that. So I don't know we don't have all the information of what's going on in this lady's life either. We don't know. Something is going on, clearly, because she's like telegraphing her feelings and she's not hiding it. And she's not hiding her disdain for President Obama right now. He's in hot water with her. That's what I'm gathering. And I wonder why. And no, I don't believe he's messing around with Jennifer Aniston. Sorry, Megyn Kelly. He might be messing around with somebody. I don't know. I mean, I would hope not. But I don't think it's Jennifer Aniston because I think Jennifer can do 100 times better, to be honest with you. He'll have to get some struggling, like a 304, like Meghan Markle, who, but they'll be so stupid. They'll go talk, So there are working girls out there, girls who are in that field, they call them SCX workers. Come on now. And they service the wealthy men. Come on now. Keep it real. And they keep it discreet. and professional, and they're there to serve a job. So Obama, if he wanted to go out and get whatever he likes, he can get it. It's just you can't be reckless, and you can't go out there and just stumble upon some ass and think that you're going to have fun and she's not going to talk about it, because the media around the globe is going, they want to pay money. They'll pay big money. Can you imagine someone having an affair with Obama? Now, Maureen, I think her name is Maureen Sullivan or Maureen something. And she had Megyn Kelly, and they said, well, they think Obama is gay. And I'm like, why do people always assume it could be? And Megyn Kelly, you got a lot of nerve, when your husband be making googly eyes at Don Lemon's husband. But they all in that too. They all go to the parties, and Don Lemon exposed it. They all be partying and yik-yakking and together. You know, we common folks are not invited in them rooms. But they all get together, them, you know, all those celebrities and rich people and stuff. And I told you, and like Megyn Kelly, no different. She just got a niche, and she's conservative. And you know what? Hey, it's news. It's like meat for her base and for her people. I get it. Like we really get into, not Michelle, we really get into Meghan Markle. But you know what? We be really telling the truth on Meghan Markle. I'm not going to make up. You can't make up. Oh, you don't know if Obama's gay. Michelle could be gay. Megyn, we don't know you straight, Megyn Kelly. You could be gay. I mean, it's like, why are you guys labeling him? But whatever Obama gets, if he wants a male or a female or a transgender, whatever, there are SCX workers out there who it's, you know, they are servicing wealthy people and they are discreet, and we would never know about it. You don't know what these presidents, ex-presidents are into. We know what Bill Clinton's into. We know what Trump likes to go grab pussy. That's what Trump likes to do. So there's no such thing as a perfect person. We don't know. It's all smoke and mirrors anyways, even with the politics. So Michelle Obama, she's upset with Barack about something because she keeps bringing it up. She does. And then I tried looking at her because I want Michelle podcast to do well, but I'm not interested in it. And then I tried, listen, I just couldn't. And then when I hear her bring up how she's feeling, to me, she's telegraphing that she's going through something. And considering her being a two-term ex-first lady in the status that is, maybe she doesn't want to be it there. And, you know, another thing, she didn't want to go to Carter's funeral. Why should she have to? I don't blame her on that, but I think there's more going on. I think there's a lot. And I think it's, and as she mentions with her husband, she said she couldn't stand him for 10 years. I'm like, do we need to hear that? And then wait a minute. Why would you, for 10 years? What the hell did he do to make you not hate him, to make you dislike him for 10 years? What did he do? I mean, it raises more questions. So I couldn't listen to it. I can't. I'm sorry. And I hope Michelle does well, but I hope she finds some peace. But giving a damn what Megyn Kelly and them people say, they can, and you know, Barack Obama don't care what they think. That, you know, he don't care. You could think he gay, whatever. Who cares? I mean, I wouldn't care. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, he's rich already. He served 2 terms, and he, you know, he's already in the history books. But I think it's meat to his bait, to certain conservative groups. Yeah, they're gonna go, you know, like Tucker Carlson had this drug addict guy on there who said, and no proof, just said that he had used crack cocaine and had sex with Barack Obama. Really? You don't think Barack Obama, if he wanted to get a man and use drugs, you don't think he could have found an Antonio Banderas or whatever his type is, a Brad Pitt type who's gay, and they can go and and keep it private, but he would pick up your raggedy ass off the street? Really? And people, it's like comedy for him. So, I mean, it is what it is. But Michelle, I really, you know, I wonder what Barack did to make her, because she is very angry, y'all. She is very angry. She's not quiet about it. So he did something. Because when a woman, come on now, let's speak the truth. when a woman gets like that. But I would never, what I'm shocked with her, she's out talking about it. I don't think that's a good idea. And I'm shocked that she did that. I would not have ever thought Michelle Obama would actually do that. I would not have thought she would air her dirty laundry for the world to hear. That's the part I have a problem with. And Obama is mute. Obama ain't said nothing. And I saw them, they were in Georgetown in a restaurant. They probably came in through the back. So they were leaving through the front. And Michelle was first and Barack was behind her. And Barack was like, and Michelle was stiff. And while I said, ooh, I mean, it was just the way it looked. And, I got an eagle eye. I take my claws and I pull back because I want to see really what's going on. And all I can say is we probably will never know. And believe me, if there was something to know, you got people all over to go. Anybody, that's money. If they had real information that Obama was involved with anybody, and that's money, that's gold. You would make. How much money can you make? How much money can you make if you found out that someone and you got proof that, or you're the one? I don't think that Barack Obama or any of these presidents and all that, President Trump too. Melania ain't touching Trump. Melania's not, she can't even stand for him to touch her. Remember they did close-ups of the kisses and they don't even touch lips. Melania ain't Melania, listen, I love Melania, y'all. I'm sorry. Because Melania, you know why I like her? Because she run her game tight. She's got the playbook. Like my sister says, it's a 304, like the raggedy ass streetwalkers like Meghan Markle, who's pretending like she's royalty when she needs to just do a Kim K and get down and dirty. Then you get Diana Ross, like we talked yesterday. Diana Ross she knows the playbook. That's what Melania, is it Melania Trump? Yeah, that's Melania knows the playbook. Melania stays mute. That's the number one rule. Stay mute. Shut up. Just shut up. And Melania, she sold her little coin and she got like millions from that. Trump's family is getting rich. Okay. And Melania will not let Trump touch her. And I don't blame her. She like, you done got your son. I will pose as your wife and I'll do my job. And that is it. Melania got herself a sexy lover behind the scenes. You better believe Melania is not celibate. As beautiful as she is, no, she know the playbook. She's gonna serve her own interest, but she's gonna keep her mouth closed and move behind the scenes. She know her husband Trump got other women, and they're not gonna talk. These wealthy politicians and all these wealthy men, their wives know they're not the only one. They know. So Michelle, I don't know what she complaining about. I mean, she rich. To me, I don't get it. I'm like, you're rich now. You served 2 terms. You gave of yourself as our first lady. So stop complaining. And then she says, this country, Michelle, when Kamala, maybe Michelle is depressed because Kamala lost. I don't know. I'm like, girl, you should know. You know what's really going on. You and Obama got very rich. So what are you complaining about? I don't get it. So that's why I'm thinking something. Obama did something. I really do. It's something going on with them. And she can't hold it in. And I think that she should probably stop talking. And getting a podcast, maybe she's upset. I don't know. So let's get in the comments, guys. Let's jump right into the comments. I want to hear what you got to say. What do you think is going on there? And I hope that she finds some peace. I really do. I just think it's sad to go through depression. And it must be hard to have the lights on you. Like her, I wouldn't give a damn what they say. I'm not going to go to no Jimmy Carter funeral if I don't want to. I'm not going nowhere. No, whether she go or not, she's still going to be called a dude. Who gives a shit? You don't serve them, you serve yourself. And I feel like if Michelle Obama is really serving herself, maybe it's a good idea to ratchet up those therapy sessions and talk to someone instead of talking in front of a camera about the most private, intimate parts of your life, because you and Obama they've been married, what, 35 years? You guys are not divorcing. I don't think you are. Obama's not going to divorce you, Michelle. I don't see that. I think you guys you got a long-term marriage. You've been through a lot as a couple. And to just cut that. But if you're not happy, then cut it. But on camera, talking about it all the time and bitching, it looks like bitching and moaning. And I feel bad for her, because I don't think she has to do that. I think she should just go mute and handle your business private. Because all you're going to do is give meat to those, content to those who are anti-democrat. Obama is considered a stately Democratic stately face of the Democratic Party. So they want to tear him down, of course. So you got, instead of just saying, okay, and you can't take, and Obama don't care. I don't think Obama gives a goddamn. And Michelle, you really should get your mental health stuff together. Find out what's going on. Find out what's going on. Brooklyn Love, happy Friday. How are you? Happy Friday. Yes. Brooklyn said, I just had a turkey sandwich and ate some Haagen-Dazs. Oh, you know how I would love to do that, but my continuous glucose monitor will pop off. My glucose numbers will shoot to the sky. But that sounds good, though, Brooklyn Love. Perfect for a Friday, right? Roxanne said Barack was bred for politics at a young age. Streets say they told him to date a black woman since Obama was into white girls. Oh, really? Is that what it was? And if that's the case, I'm wondering. Obama. Do you guys think that they're living separate lives then, do you think? I don't know. I don't think so. I just think Michelle is unhappy. I heard that too, Roxanne, but I think, well, in Barack's book, he said that he has dated, he's dated all kinds of women, but, they seem, and I know people, because I grew up in Chicago and I know people that knew them. They're a real couple. They really are a real couple. I mean, with history. I have a good friend, Carmen, who's a judge now, and she was in those circles with them. And when Michelle Obama said that when she met him, he had a car, and when you look on the side, the car was so, it was, it was all he can afford at the time. And it was so, the steel was so rotted out that you could see the concrete. I mean, it was that dangerous. It was like part of the door was off. So I don't know if that's true, but I do know people in Chicago that were that moved in their circles in Hyde Park. They are a real couple. And I do believe that Obama loved her. I really do. I think he fell in love with Michelle. I think that they were a real couple. They got 2 beautiful children. I just think going into politics is a dirty business. Now, another thing we probably need to touch on is that maybe Michelle knows secrets about this country because of her role as first lady and her husband being Obama. She probably know the real deal, and maybe she's not liking what she's seeing. We don't know, but I think he loved her. I think they got married. They genuinely fell in love. And 35 years is a long time to be married. So maybe, I just think Michelle, whatever she's going through, she's got to handle it behind the scenes. I just don't think it serves her to share anything with the public. Her marriage, marriage is an institution sanctioned by God. So that you should value it. And for whatever reason, she is like, and you never know though. Maybe maybe a Barack Obama, some of his, you don't know what was going on. It's hard to know. Maybe I'm just guessing, but it's clear that she's pissed at Obama about something. What it is, we'll never know. But maybe she's grieving, maybe she's grieving the marriage. Maybe it's coming to an end and she see it and it's hurting her. I don't know. But men don't talk. They don't. They're not like emotional like that. And Obama is mute. That's because he's controlled and smart. Michelle should stop talking. Hey, Deluxe Life, how you doing? Midlife crisis. You think that, Roxana? I mean, maybe she should pause and be grateful too, though. Because we get in our heads, we got to be careful. We get into what's going on in our head, in our minds. And that's why therapy is important. And that's why, remember we talked about this. Hold on, let me just drink this. We spoke on this the past couple of days, how the social media, how it could be, it could really serve us. We can learn a lot from these celebrities and powerful figures, because if they're ticky boo boom or something's going on, they will reveal it to us. And Michelle Obama is not ticky boo boom, but she is basically announcing to the world that she's going through something. That's what she's doing. She's telegraphing that to the world, and she's pissed at Obama. So we know that. So whatever it is, I don't know, but it could be a curse too. Social media can be a curse. So the best thing to do is just go mute. Talk about everything else but your private life. We should not have known that Michelle was pissed off at Obama for 10 years. That is really not our business. And Michelle, how much money can you make? These two got more money than we can ever dream of. So what's with the podcast? Podcast should be talking about everything else, but anything will come to my personal life, I will not disclose it because it's private. Very private. Brooklyn Love, not the ice cream, please. Oh my God. I was bad, guys. A couple of weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, I ordered from Oberweis Dairy, and it was a peanut butter sundae. Oh, I was bad. A peanut butter sundae, and it had chocolate, whipped cream. It had chunks of Reese's Pieces peanut butter cup in there. And it had whipped cream and caramel. So I got, a small one, 2 scoops. I took that, and my number went up to about 250. This went off, but I was like, okay, I just had to. But now I'm trying to be good. I've got these fruit pops that I eat now. The Outshine. I don't know if the fruit juice bars. Oh my God. And that actually works. So if I get a sugar craving, it's only 70 calories a bar, and it's the full bar, not the half, the little stick. It's the full one, like that. So it's 70 calories, and it's only 15 grams of carbs. And when I get a sugar craving, I get the pomegranate or the mango. And then I got the mango with that spice on it, but those sell out so fast at Target. But yes, so that's my alternative. So Deluxe Life says Michelle will be okay. I think it's an outlet for her. It's an outlet for her, you think, Deluxe Life? I hope so. I really do. I hope she's okay. And maybe move on past talking about her marriage, but she's not. And she's talking about therapy. So, but I don't think it's a good idea, considering her position, being an ex-first lady and their long-term marriage, unless it's something really there's no upside to it. But I hope she's okay. Oh, just hope she makes the show fun. Yeah, me too. I'm like, because I couldn't watch her because she was going on. And I'm like, if she was on Jay Shetty's show. Jay Shetty is the one that married Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez in their second marriage, by the way. And I heard a lot about him being he claimed he was a monk and anyways, there was a whole background on him too. But she was on Jay Shetty talking about therapy and how she's transitioning. And she's really struggling. So I'm like, wow. Interesting. My grandma always said, don't let people know your business that they can use against you. That's true. That's true, Roxana. That's my motto, because what's the point? Oh, but y'all been married 35 years. It's a marriage. Your girls are going on, but it's really none of our business. Share it with your therapist and your family, and leave it there. Because all people out in social media, and those that really, Obama is kind of one of the highlights. He's a highlight figure, a very valuable person in the Democratic Party. So you're going to have, because we're so polarized as a country, you're going to have people on the other side, every chance they get, tearing them down. So anything Michelle gives them, they're going to run with it. And it's not worth it. So I wonder if she's doing it because she, just to poke at Barack, poke at him. That's why I said she's pissed at him about something. And I hope they work it out. Obama was at P.D.'s party. Was he? Ooh, now Obama. Well, the question is, was he at P. Diddy's party, or was he at P. Diddy's party? Because Prince Harry and William was at P. Diddy's party, but I don't think they took part in the party. Denzel Washington was there. I mean, you got a lot of people. There was Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick. They were at his party. But they were, there's nothing come out that said they were at his party. Okay. Facts. Keep your business to yourself, Deluxe Life. That's true. Keep your business. You got to. Because, otherwise you're just giving, why are you trying to entertain us with your, entertain the public talking about your marriage? I don't understand that. It's really not our business. No marriage is perfect. Those presidents always stay married. I've been married 45 years through the good and the bad. I'm happy. I'm older. So is he. Yes, Deluxe Life. Yep. Lots of high profile people was at the party. Oh yeah, Deluxe Life. We got to get in a Puff Daddy's court case when it start ratcheting up. So let's keep Michelle Obama in our prayers, y'all. Let's hope that she can find her way through this dark period of hers. I really do. I mean that. I really, really do. I mean that. Clinton, yeah. Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, they're married. They've been married, but come on now. He can do what he wanted to do. She did what she wanted to do. So let's segue into the Democratic Party, the surrogates versus the viables right quick. And then we're going to move on to Prince Harry licking his lips 150 times. When I saw that video, I was like, oh my God, look at him. That is so, that was so insightful, because I'm like, oh, you a whole liar. You are a whole liar, Prince Harry. That was a tale. That was a tale, y'all. So let's quickly let's move on to this. I'm going to do this Bernie Sanders AOC thing. And then I want to talk about, who do you think they got the next group of candidates? I want to know. Let's see, view StreamYard. Let's do that. So you guys been seeing the crowds, right? Bernie, let's watch this. Oh, well, huge crowds gathered early for Bernie and AOC rally. Look at that. Oh, they got the choir out there. Okay. Oh, but it just doesn't have any audio, huh? Oh, they just want to show off the crowd. Okay. All right. Look at that. That's a lot of people, right? But will that, the Democratic Party think, because Kamala had all that too, when she had Beyonce, and then she had John Bon Jovi, and who else? Ricky Martin. Will it work? I don't think so. I think it's just showing people, and that's beautiful. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a beautiful thing. I really do. Oh no, we're gonna get him off. Yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing that you're able to go out and exercise your right to protest or whatever. I think that's wonderful. But I don't think I don't think that's going to move the needle, because like we talked yesterday, and let's put up who are the candidates. I think let's put this up right quick. The Hill did an article on the top 10 contenders. Now, let me see if I can play this. Let's see.
Just over 6 weeks ago, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders began touring the country speaking out against what he argues is a powerful oligarchy influencing the American people.
This movement is much more than red versus blue or left versus right. This is really about mobilizing working class families against the 1%.
Oligarchy or democracy, but we cannot have both.
Scholars define an oligarchy as a government controlled by just a handful of elites. Sanders believes an American oligarchy of billionaires is leading to massive wealth gaps.
We don't want Mr. Musk and his friends proposing to lay off.
Okay, so we get the gist of Bernie. I mean, so my question is to you guys, I wanted to bring this up. Oh, wait, you say what? What happened, Deluxe Life? ICE just arrested New Jersey mayor. Breaking news. He was trying to enter an ICE detention center. What? Let's pull that up. I wanted to talk about also the Democratic Party, the viable candidates, because I don't believe these rallies I think are good, but the Democratic, we need some real candidates here. And AOC, there are good surrogates. AOC, Bernie Sanders, Hakeem Jeffries, a good surrogate. Cory Booker, a good surrogate. But no, I think we really do need some heavy hitters in there that's going to really do something. And I was watching Scott Galloway. I told you guys I love Scott Galloway. And I said, look at the top 10, what they're saying, the Hill, the top 10 Democratic contenders. Wait, let me first check about the Democratic New Jersey governor arrested. Oh, what? Okay, let's see. Let's check this out. What? Wow. Okay. What? That looks so weird. What is this? Who is the New York mayor? Oh, it's New York mayor. What? Look at that. This is crazy. This is really crazy. Look at that. Did y'all see that? What did they say here? Newark Mayor Ras Baraka was arrested outside Delaney Hall on Friday. A member of his staff confirmed in a New Jersey news. Baraka, along with U.S. Representative LaMonka McIver, Rod Menendez and Bonnie Wilson attempted to gain access to the immigration detention facility in the city. The representatives were granted access while the mayor was denied and appeared to be apprehended. Barack is a Democrat and also running for New Jersey governor. In a statement on X, interim U.S. Attorney for New Jersey, Alina Habba, said Barack committed trespass and ignored warnings from Homeland Security investigators to remove himself from ICE detention. That's just a hot mess. Oh my God. That's just a hot mess. And oh my God. That did not look good to me. That did not look good to me. That looked very weird to me. What do y'all think? That looked like just a shit show. And why, you know, oh God. I don't know. Does it matter? I mean, what's with all of the cameras are there and they're fighting back and forth. So what kind of message do they want us to see? As far as I'm concerned, are you guys addressing any of the issues now? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. How are you guys going to work to pass legislation to help put money back in our pockets, to help tax these wealthy people? Tax them. Stop privatizing our prisons. I talked about that yesterday. So to me, I don't know what you guys think of that video. And I want to share with you guys the list of the contenders for the Hill listed the top 10. Some of them I think are just surrogates. And I think they're good surrogates, but I don't think they should be running for president. We need some pit bulls up in here. We do. That's going to really speak up. So the Hill says the top 10 Democratic contenders for 2028. Number 1, they say Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. They say Ocasio-Cortez is simply the most exciting figure in Democratic politics. Okay, yes, she has a legion of detractors, but she also has charisma, authenticity, and the ability to draw huge crowds to see her speak. I think no. She's good as a surrogate, but no. No. Because ain't she a whole socialist? No. Okay, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro. And he was in the news, right? Because there was an arsonist that struck the governor's mansion. He's got experience. So I'm just going to run through this. Governor Gretchen Whitmer, she's got experience. California Governor Newsom, no. Governor Newsom has exposed himself to be a whole corporate mouthpiece. I don't give a damn how many conservative shows he goes on. He's a bullshit artist. I will not be voting for him. Plus, he's a whole governor of a state that you see the homeless. You got to step over homeless people when you're in California, even like in Marina Del Rey. I mean, I was there and it was my kids and I was stepping over homeless people. It was awful. So no, he don't even know how to run his own state. So no. Wes Moore, I like Wes Moore. I like him a lot. He might. Oh, they said number 6, former Vice President Kamala Harris. Oh, that's funny. Harris is one of the most difficult of the top 10 candidates to rank. Early opinion polls tend to put her at the top of the heap, but that seems highly likely to be a consequence of name recognition. And listen, y'all, I don't know what the Hill talking about. Kamala shouldn't even be on here. She'll never win. Governor Pritzker, J.B. Pritzker in Illinois. I like him. Okay. I mean, at least he's got experience. Pete Buttigieg. I like Pete. Rahm Emanuel, no. Rahm Emanuel, his brother Ari Emanuel is the head of WME and represents Meghan Markle and Blake Lively and all of them. He's nothing but a corporate hack too. And he ran Chicago. He was the mayor of Chicago for a minute, one term, and then got in trouble with the Laquan McDonald shooting. And then media commentator Stephen Smith is 10. No. Stephen Smith, no, he's a loudmouth. I don't find him intelligent, not at all. I don't care how Cuomo put him on his show to debate Bill O'Reilly. No, I think we need new people. I think the Democratic, you know what am I saying we for? And I'm in whole independent. I want to see change. I want to see change. And I don't think any of these candidates, unless they're going to speak to the issues that really affect us every day, daily, no. If they're going to keep bullshitting us like they do, no. But AOC, Rahm Emanuel, who's the other one? Gavin Newsom, no, absolutely not. No, Kamala Harris, you can forget Kamala Harris, y'all. Forget Kamala Harris, okay? No, thank you. No, thank you. So let's see what the comments, let me see what y'all got to say in the comments. Who do you think they should put up? I think, you know who I think should run? Like a, but they're not ever going to let him run. Jon Stewart. I would love to see someone from the outside. I don't want to see anyone that's part of the establishment. AOC is a whole socialist. I don't care. Of course they got, no, Bernie Sanders. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. We want someone new and someone that is not tied to special interests. And a lot of these people are. Rahm Emanuel, forget it. So let's put up Jon Stewart, because I would love to see Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart got his own money. He's not bought and paid for by special interests. He speaks the truth. So yes, I like Jon Stewart. Let's put Jon Stewart up. But they will never go for it. Mark my, they will never, because Jon Stewart could actually bring change. Hold on one second. Because he will keep speaking the truth. Let's pull him up. He'll speak the truth, shine a light on, and the way he communicates, people listen. Why did they put this? Oh my God. Hold on one second. Let me get a good picture of him. I'm trying to get one without the ads on it. They're killing me. Yeah, here we goes. Let's try this one. And then we get in the comments. They kill me when they cut. Oh, there we go. There we go. I don't know why y'all, I'm not going to buy nothing y'all selling. I don't know why they keep doing that. Here's a good picture of Jon Stewart. Now, Jon Stewart, yes. Jon Stewart is not, he's got his own wealth. And he speaks common sense. Did you see him in front of Congress when he had some of the 9/11, the firemen and police officers that were dying from cancer? And he was there in front of Congress because they were cutting benefits and denying benefits. And he was there. He cares. And he speaks. And you got to be a good communicator, and you cannot be a bullshitter. We don't want to hear it no more, y'all. We don't. I'm telling you. So the Democratic Party, and they're going, and on their top 10 list on the Hill, they put Gavin Newsom, Kamala Harris, Rahm Emanuel. Really? Number one is AOC, a whole socialist. Really? Okay, you guys want to lose again. All right. But Jon Stewart would be one. Now, I would now, but they're not going to go for it, the powers to be, because they would, you know, like they did Bernie when he ran in the primary with Hillary Clinton, how they undermined him. He could have actually won. He could have actually won. Yes. Deluxe Life. Rhonda, now I have to do some research on Megyn. This, I didn't know nothing about her. Yes, Deluxe Life. Megyn Kelly. Oh yeah, she does all these videos about Michelle Obama being gay and Michelle is a man. And Don Lemon let it out a couple of weeks ago that at a party. And remember, we talked about that, and we talk about it often here, guys. They all party together behind the scenes. They yuck it up together behind the scenes because they are all rich people. They are all in it together. Some are mega rich, and we, the American people, are sitting here like, what? What the fuck is going on? WTF? What is going on? Yes, Don Lemon said that Megyn Kelly's husband was giving his husband googly eyes. They were like, he was winking at him. He was, you know, like, and I told you, they all be, you know, and the politicians are in bed with Hollyweird too. They all in it together. They are all in it together. And then Megyn Kelly got a job to do. She's a conservative. She has a base that wants to hear some of that stuff that content. Yeah, she's got to get meat to her base. I get it. But when you start talking about other people's husband being gay and your own husband is trying to hook up with Don Lemon's husband, allegedly, but Don Lemon said it out of his own mouth. So you guys pull it up. I'm not making it up. Don Lemon, I was shocked. And I had to go. When we saw that one, my sister and I, we were like, whoa, we got to watch it, because that was, and Don Lemon spelled it out. And it makes so total sense. These men be screwing each other, these politicians, they be in bed with each other and all that stuff. And then they come out and put this bullshit about family values and marriage. What is, I don't want to get off on it, but it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Smoke and mirrors, it's all bullshit. Yep. So check it out, Deluxe Life. Check out Don Lemon, and Megyn Kelly was mute on that. She was mute. Megyn Kelly, you had a lot to say about Michelle Obama's husband. What about your husband? You got to be careful of what you say. And Candace Owens does that same thing too, talking about the Macron and his wife, saying it was a man. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but to me, it's like, Candace, come on now. What about your husband? So you got to kind of be, it's tricky. But you know what, Candace, they make a lot of money because they got a nice niche. I ain't hating on them. And it's curious as hell. But, I go to Paris, I go to France a lot. And the people, it's just a different country. They don't give a shit about that. And they still say, no, that's a woman. They just say, okay. I mean, they just think Candace Owens is just a loud mouth whack job. I personally don't care if the woman was born a man or not. I'm more concerned about the fact that he was what 15 when they got together, but they've been married. They've been together over 20, 30 years or something like that. So right now it's like, okay, well, and in France, it's totally different. It's totally different as far as I went to see Moulin Rouge, which was fantastic. Oh my God. I did the whole thing. I did the dinner and I watched the show, and it was a group of us. I do like that TripAdvisor group, and then I get an expert explaining the history of it. And I got a book, but them girls run around naked and everything. It's a different culture over in France. Very different. So, but I'm just saying, Megyn Kelly and Candace Owens, y'all talking about people's husbands. And when it comes around to your husband, just be prepared. But when Don Lemon said that about Megyn Kelly's husband, I was like, my ears perked up. And he was like, what you got to say about that? He was like, I dare you to try to sue me. So that means that he knows. That means that, and they be yucking it up behind the scenes and then talk shit in front of the cameras. It's all about making money. I don't think they believe half the shit they say. I really don't. Ice just, okay. Oh yeah, Deluxe, we got that one. The mayor. Roxanne said, as former Democrats, like many of my kind, this will not work unless they move to the middle. Too far left, we ain't with it. That's right, Roxana. We ain't with it. But if Democratic Party want to lose, go ahead and lose. Because I'm telling you, they suffer from all of them. Meghan Markle's in that group too. Meghan Markle and Harry probably be yucking it up privately with these Democratic politicians at little cocktail parties that they have that's private. And Meghan ain't going to talk about that. She's not going to say that. But behind the scenes, they yuck it up. Because Gavin Newsom came out and he stuck his head out and exposed himself when he defended Harry and Meghan, basically slamming his own attorney general. Think about that. His attorney general was doing his job. Gavin Newsom came out, the Democratic machine behind him said, nope, we have to protect Harry and Meghan. That's what they did. Let me just explain this too. There's two reporters that wrote a book about what went on in the inside of Kamala Harris' campaign. They said that Kamala and her people, they were stunned when they lost. They were in their bubble. They really thought they were going to win. I knew Kamala let me just tell you this, and I'm going to shoot straight, pow. I'm not going to lie. When I look at Trump and I look at Kamala, Trump, it was like, okay, I like that honesty, but some of the policy at 2025, no, that bothers me. Then I looked at Kamala. I'm like, Kamala, how come she's not really sharing? Every time someone would ask her something, she could not really articulate any sort of authenticity, any real plans for the country. She had a script, just like Meghan Markle has her script. Kamala had her script. Every time someone asks her something, she says, my mother, my neighbor was our guardian or something. And my mother did not buy a house till I was 14. And it would just be like, what? You didn't answer. And it'll be this word salad shit. And it's like, girl. And then I'm like, my brother was like, Rhonda, Kamala is stupid. I said, I don't think she's stupid. I think Kamala she's a mouthpiece. She's a corporate mouthpiece. She's not going to really tell you anything of real substance because she's bought and paid for. So they will use everything they can. Then they start saying, okay, well, Trump is going to be a dictator. They start to highlight his weaknesses, but you did not offer an alternative. And Kamala and her campaign, they were clueless, y'all. And when Kamala didn't go on Joe Rogan, I knew it. I said, oh, she didn't go on Joe Rogan because she don't see Joe Rogan. You have to be able to sit with him and have a conversation. Kamala can't do that because Kamala is full of scripts and word salad. She can't. She's a career government employee and a career politician, and she's getting rich by special interests. So she's not going to work on our behalf. Not the everyday people. Not she don't give a shit. But she did make it to the vice presidency. And what I think that we talked about what they should have done is Biden should have stepped his ass down and then let the Democratic Party have a primary. That's what this falls on Biden's shoulder. And Biden was on The View just the other day. And Biden said that, what do you think Kamala meant by when she said, when The View asked her if there's anything she could change different, if she could do anything different than Biden? She said, oh, nothing. I knew that screwed her too, but Biden tried to explain that away. And I said, you fuckers you guys just really don't get it. You really don't get it. You have lost a large part of your base, which were blue collar workers, because you assholes shipped them jobs overseas so these big corporations can save money and labor costs and put that money in their pockets and screw us. Your entire base. And then you guys play. That's why they jumped on all these identity politics. I was listening to Scott Galloway. Scott Galloway talks a lot about the struggle of young men in this country that's feeling like they don't have a future. They feel a lot of mothers voted to protect their boys. They can see their boys in the basement or in the rooms playing video games, becoming incels because they don't see any sort of future. And Scott Galloway said he looked on the Democratic Party's website. He said on that website, they had every group, African Americans, Latinos, what did it say? LGBT, Filipino, and whatever identity that you fall into, the Democratic Party they had them listed on their website. And it made up, Scott Galloway said it made up almost 80% of our population. You know who was not on there? Straight white men. You can't do that. That is not right. That is not right. There's nothing about that is right. And the reason why the Democratic Party was doing that, because they want us to turn our head, because it was Clinton was the one that took our jobs, all these blue collar jobs that really, these are guys that are laborers. They're not educational elite professors and shit. They got families and stuff. Where do you do that where you think you can just take everybody else and ignore young white males? I don't like that, guys. I don't like the identity politics, and I see what the Democratic Party was doing. They were playing identity politics to fool us. We're going to look this way, but we're not going to pay attention to shit that they did to destroy communities in these blue-collar towns. They did that for these rich companies. That's why they did it. So they are in their bubble. and they don't give a damn. Like they keep like Gavin Newsom. It's like when I saw Gavin Newsom stuck his head out, I said, oh no, fuck you. I will never vote for you. Never, ever. Now you've identified yourself as a corporate mouthpiece, no different than Kamala. It's just that you are a lot more eloquent and you speak well. You're a good bullshit artist. You photograph well and you present well on camera, but you are no different. You are still bought and paid for by special interests, in my opinion. I like Bernie, but we need lots of marching and pushback. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I agree with Scott. I love Scott Galloway. I listen to him because he's balanced and fair. It's like we just need opportunities in this country. It's like everything is being handed to special interests. Like I talk about that UHC guy that got assassinated got shot by Louis Mangione. And you know what it displayed? Did you see how the entire country was looking for him? They pulled out all the resources. Did you see in New York how they followed his steps? Did you see that? And let's, I don't have time to pull up the crime statistic in New York, but do you know the unsolved crimes? They don't care about everyday people, but you gun down a wealthy person, part of the 1%, oh, then the whole country. And did you see how they were marching him? It was like, and he had his orange jumpsuit. And now they're trying to say they want the death penalty on that boy. So it's like they will pull out all the stops when it comes to their 1%. What about us? What about in a crime in our communities? In Chicago, New York, LA, big cities, the unsolved crimes. Because when they find a murder victim, it's like, put the case file. We'll look into it. But shoot a 1%er, and the whole country will come down on you. The whole country will come looking for you because the rich matter, not us. The New Jersey governor should follow the law. No one is above the law. These politicians should focus on their citizens. I agree, Roxana, because to me, that looked like a joke. There was nothing cute about it. I mean, I thought, look at this. What are you fighting with the ICE for? What is this? I mean, I don't understand it. That does not address the issues that we have in this country. That is one. Yeah, I don't like governing by cruelty. I don't like it. I don't like what the Trump administration is doing. But we got a lot of other problems too, guys. I mean, we got a lot of problems in this country. That's not at the top. I don't like it, but I don't think that's the way to handle it. I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. Straight chaos. Yes. And I'm just like, this can't be real. This cannot be real. And they know how this looks on TV. So what are we supposed to do? So the Democrats think, oh, look how they treated us. You guys, they better come up with some real solutions. Okay. And I mean it. Real solutions, or they're just going to lose again. And we live in a democracy. You cannot get mad at the voters because you have not put up a viable alternative at all. Nothing. They still playing this same archaic ass game. Like, do you know we see you? Do you know, thanks to social media, and we've seen enough personality and faces and all that, and now, thanks to Meghan Markle and Harry and the machine, thank you for letting us know just how that machine works. Thank you. And then we, as Americans, we're living here and we're suffering. Do you think I like having to pay $150? Well, $50 for my daughter, but $125 a week for groceries for me just to eat healthy? And then I don't even want to talk about the whole AI and how it's affecting my, accounting practice. And I mean, the fears that I have, and then I got to pivot and it's like serious. People got serious stuff. I'm so glad my kids are grown. I can't imagine having little ones. I can't. 2 female representatives got hurt. They did? That's crazy to me. Any mayor should be able to check a facility. Yeah, they should, but I'm wondering, I don't want to see chaos. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see fighting with authorities. I don't want to see that. I want to see real solutions. I do. I really do. And first of all, I want to see one Democrat come out and say it was Biden all on his shoulders. I would like to see one of them Democrats blame Biden, because Biden, it falls right on his old ass shoulders. His relic ass should not have ran a second time. Go sit your ass down. Why are you running a second time? Nobody's, so they think we don't see that. And Kamala Harris, and like I said, her team, they were shocked when they lost. They were literally shocked when they lost. So the Democrats, and then the Hill puts AOC as number one. Gavin Newsom. Now I can see Gavin Newsom because he's a bullshitter. But California, considering it's a beautiful state, the homelessness crisis is out of control and it's too expensive. But I was in Marina Del Rey several times, and you know what? It is shocking to see these. It's beautiful, and see all these homeless people, and then you see these broken down RVs along the side of a street. And then you like, well, where's the sewer going? Where's the, and he wants to run the country. Okay. They want electorate. Now and Kamala Harris, they just clueless. Okay. Yes, our homeless situation is horrific. Deluxe, that is crazy. That is really crazy. No, Rahm. Yeah, Rahm. He's another mouthpiece. He's another one. Gavin Newsom didn't make the cut. No, he was, Gavin Newsom was on there. Roxanne, he was on there. He was like number 4 or something. AOC was number 1. I'm like, really? I said the Hill, I'm like, yeah, okay. Now change, yeah, new change. Yes. I like Jon Stewart. Don't want to hear it. Yep. No, Rhonda, I don't know anything about Harry's wife, Meghan M. Meghan Markle, you saying? Oh, listen, Meghan Markle. Her brother was on Talk TV today, and her brother was going off about her. I got to be honest with you. But part of me feels like that is their father. But I'm like, why are the brother and the sister always talking to me? Because I'm like, it seemed like you guys probably never did like Meghan. But I'm thinking, okay, how Meghan did their father and their father's heart being broken like that. I can see siblings, because those are her half siblings. I could see them getting pissed off and going off about it. So I could see it both ways. But yeah, he was like, he thinks that Meghan Markle is the one behind it all, Harry's. And he thinks that Meghan, he said Meghan Markle, her first husband, she mailed the rings. She divorced it. She wanted a divorce. So she put the rings, wedding rings in the mail. Trevor was distraught. He was crying. And then I'm like, well, we don't know what happened in marriage, but considering Meghan Markle's history, I'm surprised. I'm not surprised she would do that. Gavin needs to be investigated about the homeless $6 billion money missing. Yeah, that's what I heard. That money's in his pocket. That's where that money's at. That's exactly where that money's at. Yes, Rhonda, they are nasty politicians. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes. Yes, we do. Yes, we do, Lord. Oh, here we go. Macron's wife does look like a man. He sent her a letter, cease and desist to start calling her a man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she does look like a man now, y'all. She does. But Candace Owens decided to die on that hill. I'm like, I'm not going to be reporting on no president or no France or nobody. I don't want that heat. But I guess she feels like she can take it. But there he does. And, Macron is kind of handsome. But it's like she was messing around. Well, the wife, I'm going to say she was messing around him when he was 15 and she was 30. That was weird. Yes, he did. Yeah, that's the controversy to me. Because I'm like, okay, so what if he was a transgender? So what? I live in Riverside County. I personally spoke to lots of black men. They weren't voting for Kamala. Oh, yeah, Deluxe, that's true. That's true. A lot of black men, there were a lot of black men voted for Trump, even in my family. They voted for Trump because Trump says it like it is. And they don't like, the psychology behind a Trump voter it varies. And you cannot lump them all, because you can't say that the black men are stupid. or they're not black, like Barack said. No. And what y'all thought that Barack and Michelle could come out and then make them not vote? No. For Trump? Yeah, okay. Kamala left out a lot of ingredients to win us the presidency. Yes, she did. I mean, she should have come out straight, but you know what? She can't because she is bought and paid for, y'all. She is bought and paid for. I went to Trump's rally in Coachella. It was packed with Latinos, black and white. Yeah, Roxana. That's why they can't say, it's hard for them to say that the Trump voter is racist. Listen, there probably are. I'm sure that there are Trump voters that are racist. He does have a block of those. But then all the others, no. And then they lost, the Democrats lost that whole blue wall that they thought that they were guaranteed to win. These are blue collar workers that you guys ignored. You guys screwed them. You betrayed them. And you think they don't know that? You think they don't see that? I'm like, no. You think we don't see that? Nope. Nope. Okay, so hold on, because we're gonna do the lick lips. Prince Harry licking his lips, y'all. Prince Harry licking his lips. I've personally witnessed a lot of my Mexican neighbors move and run when they found out Trump had blinders. Don't matter if you work here if you're not legal. Yes, they are they scooping them up. That's well, that part, you know, if you're here illegal, I'm just saying, just compassion. Govern with compassion. If you're here illegally, you have to go. But I don't think scooping them up and dumping them in ice in you know, in a gulag or whatever they call it over in El Salvador or wherever they're at. I don't think that problem. My kids want to buy a home and can't. Yeah. Think about that. The average price of a home is $350,000. The average price of a home. The average homeowner, the average buyer of a home now is in their 50s. Yes. Like I downsized from my house to this townhouse, which is 3 bedrooms. I got mine and my 2 kids go have it. Now, I've been owning homes since 2000 when I was married. That was our first home. So I can't, and what's required, I can't imagine. My kids can't afford that. And remember your first time home? You could start with a starter home, you know. Now these kids, $350,000 is the average price of a home. They can't afford that. Because of we have no inventory. Sanctuary cities are filled with crime. Yes, they are. I know for a fact, Chicago, when I would go visit my sister, this was right at the peak of the when they had all them immigrants. You know what? My daughter and I took the train to Union Station in Chicago. We get off the train. There's a line of like immigrant males, and they all had those blankets, like little sheets around them. They had a little thing to wrap because it was cold. And then they were lined up, and there was a sheriff with them. And then you leave, and then so we get off, and then we go and we meet my sister and them and go to my sister's house. We pass a police station. It's filled with tents and all that. And it's like, what? And then the park is filled with tents. It's like, what the hell? Why are they doing this? That's why I'm like, why would the Democratic Party do this? Why did they think this was okay? Why? Why did they think that was okay? It's a hot mess. Roseanne, did you go to the Coachella concert this year in April? You're close to Coachella, so am I. Oh, wow, you guys are close to each other, huh? Yes, thanks, Deluxe Life. Yeah. I didn't go to the concert. I live by the Casino Morongo. Roger, did you do a tour? I absolutely love townhomes. Yes. Yep. I did a tour. I have the same friend. I have a good friend that's a real estate agent. She helped me. Okay, when we divorced. The kids were little. And then she helped me. We sold that house, and she helped me find a house And I raised my kids in that house. And then when they graduated high school and went to college, then I downsized, and she helped me sell that house and then find this one. So we looked at a lot of houses and then townhomes, but I didn't want to do any yard work. I don't want to deal with any of that. So, and I pay assessment fees too, the mortgage and assessment fees. So the assessment fees are so they can do the ground, and they do a really good job. I like where I live, but yeah, I did. It was fun doing the tours because there was some, and you know what? It is some really expensive property out there. I'm like, there are some people out here with real money, like serious money, but it's like, it's okay. But I did find something I needed. So now when I travel back and forth, I don't have to worry about my kids. My daughter's going to graduate school, so she's going to stay on campus. And then my son will probably come back and stay here. And I'm just going to go back and forth because I told you guys I want to end up with dual citizenship in France. Okay, all right. So we're not far. I haven't played the slots in a while. Okay, so what is 120? So let's take a quick look at Prince Harry and the lipping. Lipping. Yes, I said it right. Because I'm like, wait a minute, is it lipping? Okay. So now, you want a tour? Okay, you know what? I will give you a tour when it's a little cleaner. But here, let me show you a little bit. Okay, this is my sofa, as you can see. So I got a little clothes there. That's my sofa. That's the stairs. Okay, this is let me show you my desk. I'm using my computer here. So this is the new desk I told you guys that right here. It's a standing desk. So I got two computers. I got that computer there, and you see all my work. So it's a standable desk. And then this is my little travel thing. I put my travel stuff here. I don't know if you can see it. And then I've got this is my map of the world. So this is my workstation. So in the living room. So that's the map of the world. And what I want to do is I want to start getting little glowing pins so I can put it in there, all the places I've been. All right. That's the TV up there. Fireplace. Okay. Now this is bad. That's got all my laundry. Okay. I got to fold. I did laundry today. And this is the crate where my daughter's dog. I'm watching her dog. Pippa, say hello. Say hello, Pippa. Okay, and then my dining room table is a mess, but that's the dining room and that's the table. So I'll give you guys a tour of the kitchen and upstairs. I gotta show you my bed, my bedroom. That is my favorite place, my bedroom. So the house is it's cluttered a little bit, but so the 3 bedrooms are upstairs. And I got to show you my bathroom. I got a walk-in shower and then the jacuzzi tub. And then I got the gigantic super king size bed with the canopy. Oh God, that's my favorite place. Then the kitchen. And then on the patio, I think a couple of months ago, I showed you guys my patio and I fixed it up. I got little 2 benches there and then the potted plants there. And then I got a little trellis. So I'll show you guys. I'll give you more of a tour. Townhomes, yes. Oh, deluxe, yes. I love artwork. I got artwork. I love travel stuff. Let me show you one more travel thing I put on my wall. Hold on one second. Let me see if you can see this. Okay. Let me turn, it's this light, it's a dining room light. Let me turn this on. Okay, do you see this one? I always put travel stuff. See, that's on this wall. My map. And then here, this is the my table. The dining room table should be cleaner. Sorry, guys, and that's the chest. That's the, let me turn on my patio light so you can see it. And then I got this one. I had this in my old house. A friend gave it to me about 15 years ago. So I keep it, but let me open it. Can you guys see out there on the patio? I don't know if you could see. Let me open the door. Let's go out here a little bit. Show you. Ow, oh, my feet. Okay, can you see out here? Let's see. That's one side. And then the nice table I got here. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? And then this is the trellis here that I've got to work on. This here. Ah! You see how it's out of control right now. Hold on, let me show you. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. See, it's out of control. So I got to trim it. Take care of it. But this is it. This is my... And then that's inside the house. So yeah, this is my little townhouse. It's really cute. Neighborhood is quiet. The assessment fees I don't like, have to pay those, but you know, you pay for safety and for maintenance and all that. It's worth it. So that's a little mini tour, guys. That's the mini tour. Thank you. It's perfect size. Yes, it is. It's perfect because I don't have to deal with shoveling the snow. Oh, I'm burning up. Got to take off this jacket. I don't have to shovel the snow. I don't have to deal with the lawn. I don't have to deal with, I mean, we've got the furnace here is newer. I don't have to do roof repairs and all that because the windows were replaced here when I bought it, so I don't have to worry about that. Upstairs windows, I have to replace those. So that's a work in progress. They just did the roofing. Furnace is new. I had to buy a new dryer. So thank you, Deluxe Life. Thank you. So it's perfect. And I'm getting older and whining. So I figured this townhouse would be perfect for my kids. What I envision is I told them, stay here, stockpile your cash, and then you can eventually buy yourself something. I don't know, they got to live their own lives, but either way, I needed to scale down because, I don't really want to, I want to be in Paris. Part-time, full-time, and back and forth because I still have family here. You can take your little boyfriend out there on that patio. Yes. It's a cute patio. It is very comfortable. It's quiet. I'll drink my coffee out there, just relax in the morning. At night, I like to look at there's too much light pollution, but it is still nice to kind of look at and just relax, Let's look at Prince Harry right quick, guys. Thanks for asking. I am, you got a tour. I'll show you the kitchen, and the laundry room is in the kitchen. It's behind the sliding doors, garage in the front. So I will show you that next time. Let's look at Prince Harry and his lip licking. I can't say it. Because this is very fascinating, this one to me. Hold on one second. Let's pull up Prince Harry. Where is he? Here it is right here. Hold on one second. You got to see this one. You have got to see this one. Okay, hold on. Let's put that to the beginning. And then we're going to share this tab. View with StreamYard. Okay, where did it go? Hold on one second. Where did you go? Okay, view StreamYard. Okay. Mail. Wonder why it didn't come up. Hold on one second. Did not show. Stop screen. Okay, so let me try it again. Share screen. Why won't it let? Okay, stream. Oh, here we go. Okay, perfect. You guys see it? Now we got to check this out, guys. Okay, in a new 30-minute interview, Harry licks his lips over 150 times, almost 2 minutes worth. And this is on the behavioral expert guy. So what? This is the BBC interview. Watch this.
Spoken very deeply. Back several.
At the time,
Well, I want
what chair
today your status
myself
to ask taxpayer. What do you say to charity?
again, please, to so
It's between
all so yeah, I to, but
What?
I mean,
speaking of your
but
want the
then so
Okay. You guys get the gist of it, right? I mean, for a whole 2 minutes, he was licking his lips. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is freaking crazy. He licks his lips over 150 times. What do y'all think? He's got a lot of lying to do. He's doing a lot of lying, okay? Why would they want to be under that kind of scrutiny forever? You know what I mean? It's like the best thing to do is to just fade to black, disappear. Like you don't have to be in the media like that because you're going to be under the microscope. But you know what? Fame is a drug, y'all. Fame is a drug too. Fame is nothing but a drug. So that was the last video, guys, we got to talk about. I'm gonna look at more. So let's look at some of the comments and then we will call it a night. This has been nice. We're doing good on time. Yeah, Rhonda, you can take your little boot. Oh, yeah, I read that one. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Deluxe Life. Thank you. Harry and Meghan's voice is like nails on the chalkboard. I know. It's like, will you guys shut up? But they can't because they need their fix and they're stalkers. Now, Harry and Meghan are officially stalkers, y'all. They are officially stalkers, stalking the royal family. I bet Meghan be on social media and on the internet all day long, looking at Catherine's pictures, looking at William and their family images, thinking of ways that she can imitate them. And Harry, on that V-Day celebration, they said Harry was on watching it all day. Okay, LL Cool J, lip licking. Yeah, he did it over, what did they say? Over 150 times in 2 minutes. So that's a tale. That's a tale. He does look sad. He really looks sad to me. Yep. Well, guys, this has been nice. I enjoyed our conversation tonight. I will try and get on tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I'll definitely get on Sunday. So tomorrow, if I got a couple of things, as you guys see here, you guys see, this is my workstation. So this is all my stuff I got. This is all my client stuff I got to work on. So Saturday might be a little busy, but I'm taking Sunday off so that I can get some stuff done. But I might. But I will always send an alert, though, anyways, so you know if I'm coming on or not. All right, guys, this has been great. Brooklyn Love, have a good night. Deluxe Life, thank you. Roxana, thank you so much. You guys, I appreciate you stopping by. We had a great conversation here. And if you have any topics that you want to hear about or want to discuss, we can get into it, guys. We really can. All right. Happy Friday. Love you. Bye. Ciao.